Hey, what's up? Hey, so I get this question a lot. My subscribers message me and they say, Brandon, is everything you did to your van really necessary to stay warm in the winter? Is it really necessary to be comfortable and live in full time? And with that, I say what I say all the time. Everyone is different. Everyone can live with some things and live without some things. And the things I have done make me feel better, and they're just for like creature comforts. And a lot of the insulation I've done to prepare for winter is like if you want to just be comfortable and not have to like layer up like crazy, it is necessary, and it really works. Because right now it's 39 degrees outside. I haven't ran the heater, and it's almost 70 degrees in here, if you guys can see that. Let me turn that off. I don't know if you guys can see that. Almost 70 degrees in here. And the insulation, it speaks for itself. Like when you block a window off and you pack and you section the van off and stuff like that, that stuff actually helps keep your body heat in an area. And of course your body heat isn't gonna do it by itself, warm up this area, but you keep enough heat in and you maybe heat it up once in a while, then you're good. And I know when it gets down in the teens and the 20s, I do gotta cut the buddy heater on, and I can only run it for a little bit. And that brings me to my next question that I get a lot. Hey Brandon, why haven't you upgraded to a 20-pound propane tank for your buddy heater? Me personally, I don't want such a huge propane tank in the van with me. I've been thinking of ways to upgrade and like put a propane tank outside or something. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, so I'm not really sure right now. But I don't need it. I don't need it because my stove right now doesn't run off propane. It runs off butane, these little things here. And they last for a good 2 weeks, 3 meals a day. And my buddy heater, I've been running these 1-pound propane bottles since last year, and it does a pretty good job. It lasts 6 hours on low and then 3 hours on high continuously, and I can't use it for an hour straight. It has to be really, really cold for me to be able to use that thing for an hour straight, on low at that. On low. So it just gets too hot in here with that thing. And I'm very lucky to have it. I always keep 2 heating sources, so right up under the buddy heater I have an electric heater that I don't use, but it's there just in case. And of course I can't run it off my batteries because it's like 15 amps, and that would be probably, I don't know, over 100 something amps or something crazy in DC power once it's all converted and stuff. So that's why I like having my propane heater. I cracked the roof vent, it sits back there. And I know heat escapes, but I want the extra propane that hasn't been burned off to escape out and stuff. So that's why I don't like to run it while I'm sleeping. I like to be able to monitor it, and I'll just use it to be warm when I need it. Another thing that I use, what I do, I have 2 rocks. They're not special or anything, but I have 2 rocks. And what I do with these rocks is I set them on my propane heater. Now these rocks I've boiled these rocks in water to like pretty much kill anything that's on them. And then I start using them, even though the heat from the propane heater would have killed anything that was on them anyway. I just want to boil them anyway to kind of clean them up. I use these rocks. I put them on top of the propane heater, and then once I turn the propane heater off, these rocks are like really hot. So I just kind of grab them and throw them under my sleeping bag, or throw them under my pillow or something, somewhere that's gonna just radiate heat around, or just make something hot, because it holds heat probably a good hour after the propane heater is off. And it kind of also, and that's like only running the propane heater for 30 minutes. You run the propane heater for 30 minutes with these on top of it, it's freaking making these things hot. I just gotta kind of like grab them, throw them in the bed with me, and I snuggle with rocks. So that's something that I just started experimenting with this year. And I'm not like sleeping on top of them or anything, or using them for like lumbar support or anything, so it's not bothering me. It'll just like want to go under my sleeping bag, at the foot of my sleeping bag sometimes, to keep my feet warm if they're cold, and it'll like warm up my sleeping bag down there. And sometimes I'll put one under my pillow or something, and I can actually feel the heat coming through the pillow, and it feels pretty good. Just my advice for staying warm. Right now I don't have to wear a hat. I mean, it is 39 degrees outside, but I mean, it's just this thing, I mean, it's perfect in here. I mean, I really love being in my van, and I love being able to just drive and park anywhere I want. It's a really good feeling. So I hope I've answered any questions about like insulation, and I plan on doing more insulation for the summer and for the winter. But insulation is not by itself going to keep you warm. You definitely still got to have some type of heat source. I've tried electric blankets and all that stuff. It runs my batteries down too fast. And I mean, whenever you're converting electricity to heat, it's always just gonna take a lot of energy to do that, because all it's doing is like I can't remember, it's just like a heating element basically, and it takes a lot of energy to heat up a heating element. So I try to stay away from electric heaters unless I'm using shore power or a generator, and still, even with that, I don't want to really run it too much. So alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Stay warm out there, stay safe. I hope this video was somehow helpful to anyone out there, and all those questions and comments I've been getting on, was it really necessary to put all that insulation in my walls and stuff like that. So, peace.